Hey Dan, what's going on?
Morning.
Morning, morning, man. I really need to allocate my time to what I've been doing with my business. I take it extremely seriously, and it's come to a point where, I'm making significant progress. And, you've really been a great boss. And, it's hard to say it because, I really respect you. But, this is the move that I'm confident I have to make.
Okay. Do you have anything here?
I don't think I do.
Okay. You don't have to come back in if you're actually
Right.
making a decision to quit today. Alright, no, I get it, and I'm glad the business is starting to go well.
Boom! We are officially, oh my God. It feels like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. But now I know my back's against the wall. But here's the thing, it's uncomfortable. But growth is discomfort. Growth is discomfort. And I know I got the support system for my family, my friends, but mostly myself. And the most important one is right here. Without him, I would not even be in this position. 5 months ago, I had little to no connection with God. I just went about my day, I woke up and did what 99% of the population does. Didn't really think about anything. Went to work blindly. Just let the wind blow me every single day. And just did what was average because that's what everyone else does. But I know and I knew and I've known deep down that I'm capable of more. I've known that I have talents. I've known that there's more. And just knowing that is the sign that is always talked about in here. That's all you need to know. If you have that awareness that you're capable of more and that that's not all there is to life, just going with what's average and just being comfortable your whole life. I graduated in May of last year, 2024, and I started my job in August of 2024, and I've thought back to how my life has been since August to now. And in terms of that job, working 40 hours a week, it's been a blur. The things I remembered, stepping on stage at my bodybuilding show, every single client that I've closed on the side since I started running and pursuing my dream, late January, running my online fitness business that I've wanted to do so bad. Things that are most memorable in life are the ones that are most uncomfortable. And that's also when the most growth occurs. And I can't live a life that's not worth remembering. That's the most important thing to me. It doesn't feel like a risk when where you are right now is not worth remembering. When you look back on it, it's a blur. Everything same day-to-day life. Everything same day-to-day routine. No comfort is broken. Completely within your comfort zone. Just being somewhere where you feel like you don't belong because you're so aware that there's more to life than that. And I knew it was the right decision I had to make. I started in late January running my online coaching business, and I've never felt more fulfilled. It started a little slower. I picked up some clients, and I do literally everything in my power to ensure that they get that progression, to ensure that they make that transformation that they want to make. Because the reason I started is because I was in that spot stuck. I realized how much it truly did for me, and it became my life mission to show that for other people. Because when I was stuck, when I was lost, when I didn't know how to get in shape, there was no one there. I was asking my mom, please help me get in shape. Find someone in shape to give me the tips. I can't figure out what I'm doing. I have all this drive. I'm putting all this effort. And people were just misguiding me. They were telling me, eat all the food in sight to gain muscle. Then I got fat. Eat no carbohydrates. Eat keto diet. Do the keto diet if you want to. That's the only way to lose fat. I made myself miserable. I just spun my wheels for so long. And I told myself, I am going to be that person. That no BS person. Once I master this, once I figure this out, because it will happen. Because when I set my mind on something, I become obsessed. And I go all in on it. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this business. And I learned that from fitness. Fitness alone, starting that, changed my entire direction in life. It changed my entire direction of life. If I never started fitness, I would remain average. I would remain searching for external validation like I did previously my entire life when I had no direct path. And finding that I could better myself, and actually once I figured it out through trial and error, realizing that I could put in effort and get a direct output. And not only that, look in the mirror and be confident with who I saw. Look in the mirror and finally feel fulfilled internally rather than searching for some external validation, which I did my entire childhood, trying to pretend that I was someone else just to make friends, feeling like I constantly didn't fit in. On the high school basketball team, trying to please a coach for 6 years when I was aiming to make the team just to get overlooked the entire time, zero attention paid to, sitting on the sideline. Graduated kids come in and practice for me while I was currently on the team and just get completely overlooked like I was worthless. And until I started focusing on myself and stopped caring what others think is when everything truly changed. And I was still misguided and I was still looking for assistance, but I still had to do it myself and figure things out, which took way longer than it should have because I've been overlooked my whole life. I was used to it, but I told myself I would be that person for other people. That's not only my life goal, that's my life purpose. I was in a position today because of this man right here, with this quote right here. These two quotes. I choose you, I have not rejected you. Fear not, I am with you. Be not frightened, for I am your God. I strengthen you and I help you, and I uphold you with my victorious right hand. I am the Lord your God, who grasp your right hand, who say to you, have no fear, I will be your help. Without him right there, I would not be in this position to quit my job. I would not. In under 4 months of starting my coaching business online, which has been a dream since I finally mastered getting in shape, because my whole aim is to transform others' lives the way mine did, which took way more effort than it needed to, way more trial and error than it needed to, and show others how it's much more than losing fat and gaining muscle. To show others the way it happened to me, how it can completely change your trajectory of life, everything about life. It's not just losing fat, it's not just gaining muscle. It's having the drive, it's having the discipline, it's having the courage, it's having the confidence to be able to go all in on something and know the results will pay off as long as the work is put in. As long as you have a structure. That's the exact reason that I wake up and I pray to God every day. And I wake up and I have already a checklist of what I need to do each and every day. Why I wake up and I show my gratitude every single day. And think from an outside perspective. Think about the traits I'm given. Think about the social awareness that I'm given to know this is a possibility. That should not be ran away from. That should not be hidden from. Oh, it's depressing because I'm just in an average spot. No. That's your sign that you have more. Most people don't have that awareness. Most people don't realize they're capable of more. There's more to life. And if you have that awareness, that drive, that's the sign that God's giving you. That is the tool. He gives you the tool, but it's up to you to go and capitalize on it, to use that tool. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes, that discomfort, to make life finally memorable. Because what's the point of living a life that's not memorable, that you can't look back on? But that you look back on and it's all mush. It's all one day of just letting life control you. Can't do it anymore. It was driving me crazy. Not because the job was miserable. It's not like I was doing any insane physical labor. It's not like I was torturing myself every day. It's the fact that I was there each and every day on a computer mindlessly, knowing deep down in my heart, it's that thought, you're capable of more. You're capable of more. That was killing me inside. I knew I was wasting my potential. And I thought back to myself, why did I do this in the first place? Thought back, what made me join this job? What made me, change my personality in high school? What made me, have the need to go to college, get a business degree, go to a sales position? And it was never me sitting down and thinking, is this what I really want to do? Never. It was always me seeing what others did, asking what other people were doing, and realizing and thinking to myself, oh, if they're doing it, yeah, that'll probably work. Other people were doing it. I can't believe it took me this long to realize. I knew I had the potential to be above average, but why was I doing average things? And it took me until today to finally break free. I'm fucking ready. It took me until today to break free from societal path. I've broken free in the past. Stopped drinking to do a bodybuilding competition twice in the past 3 years. Go all in fitness. Be at the gym on Friday night when other people are out drinking. And this is what I'm talking about, how fitness has allowed me to transfer my discipline, my striving from the pack in order to all aspects of life. And it's so much deeper than losing fat and gaining muscle. I can't stress it enough. My mind has grown in ways that I could have never imagined. And I've seen what's happened with my body and my physique and my confidence and my fulfillment. And I'm transferring that into my overall life with my business. That's how I know I'm making the right decision. Same way I did with fitness. It's the fact that I've had this unwavering faith throughout it all, telling myself it's gonna occur, that I'm gonna be in this position, no matter how hard it got, no matter how discouraged I got, because there were hard times. There were times where I felt like giving up. There were times where I felt like I was in a dry spell. There were times I felt like I was incapable. But those times are what test what's in your heart. You see what I'm saying? The bigger the goal, the more hardships will occur. And I kept that in my mind. And I knew if I kept putting in the right process that I would get where I want to go. And that's where I am right now. This is the first step. Well, it's like a little bit along the way. Because I put myself in that position to be able to be where I am. But I'm grateful for where I am. And because of that, it's time to text my WhatsApp group chat with all my clients. It's time to tell them some words of affirmation this morning. Good morning, everyone. Let's get after it today. Because we know there's no time to waste. We know that with every given moment that we have, all we can control is that given moment. And that's right now. Thinking, what if? Looking back, thinking, what if I took action when I was able to? But all we can do is take action this second, because who you are today creates who you will be in 6 months. With the actions that you're doing, the intentional actions. And I'll tell you, we all have big goals here. But the bigger the goal is, the harder the struggle along the way will be. That bumps in the road are inevitable to a path of success. But it's all about being consistent, whether you feel like it, whether you don't feel like it, and keeping in your head that constant reassurance that what you're doing is gonna get you to your goal, and it's not gonna always be perfect. Life is gonna beat you. You're gonna fall and you're gonna stumble when you try to get up, but fucking lock in. Let's go. I sent that to them. I sent it. My little WhatsApp group chat. It was nice working with you, man. I just wanted to let you know that I'm, in the grace of God, in a position to leave this position and pursue my dream, my side business that has become my full-time business, which is fitness coaching, transforming people's lives. So, I really appreciate what we've done together, like meeting you. You're a great guy, and I hope we stay in touch. I'm just telling like my truck drivers, like currently before this I was just finding loads for truck drivers. But now it's time to call my mom.
Harry.
Hello.
Say.
He said, it makes total sense. I appreciate everything.
Excellent. All right, well, go do your thing. I'm proud of you.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Bye.
She's such a supportive mom. Like, I'm truly blessed to have like a support system that believes in me. But I gotta come through. It's time to dial in, boys and girls. It's time to dial in. I never thought that I would be here, really. I had the dream in my head, but I never thought I would have 11 clients, that are looking up to me. It's my responsibility to help them, see what it takes to be successful, because I've done it. I've never felt more fulfilled. It's true. That's success. That's a feeling that most people haven't felt. Know that. And I take that on as my responsibility to show others. And I honestly have never felt this good. I feel amazing. And the same thing that I just told them, I might listen back to myself again and again. That failure is only possible when you start second guessing yourself, when you give up. How are you gonna fail if you keep getting up? You won't. It doesn't happen. And when you have faith in God, when He guides you down the right path, it doesn't happen. It's impossible to fail when you don't lose sight, when you don't give up, when you get back up after you're shoved on your ass, when you get back up after you feel like you're incapable, after you feel like everything's against you, nothing's in your favor, nothing's working out, all the work you're putting in is going nowhere. That's when most people give up, because it's fucking hard. If it wasn't hard, why wouldn't everyone have it? You gotta have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset. And that mindset's gotten me here. That mindset's gotten me from a skinny, overlooked kid to competing in 2 bodybuilding shows. When it was just a dream that I told my friends, and they told me that's unrealistic as shit. You should probably have more realistic goals. Why not control life like it's a lucid dream, bro? Life is a dream. We're all gonna pass away. No one's gonna know who I am in 100, 150 years. No one's gonna know who you are in 100, 150 years. Think about it. We're so small. What is the point of staying comfortable? Why were we put on this earth? It's to stay comfortable. And because of that comfort, live life not really remembering or being able to recall or pinpoint any specific moment because all of it meshed together. My camera passed away for the time being, or for a second, but what I was trying to say is, would you rather live a comfortable life that you look back and won't remember? Or are you willing to recognize that we're specks of dust? Our lives are so insignificant. There's absolutely no reason why risks shouldn't be taken, why you shouldn't follow your dreams. You're in full control. And that's what I'm taking on right now. Now, I quit my job, but it's absolutely the last time to feel content. Absolutely the last time to feel content. And I know there's a lot of work to do. And now I have 40 extra hours in the week. I have no excuse but to absolutely dial in. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I will do whatever it takes. And I will refuse failure, and that's how I know success will happen. And I'm already telling myself that ahead of time. If you tell yourself, oh, what if I fail? You're setting yourself up for failure. I'm telling myself there is no plan B, no plan C. I'm against the wall. A, B, and C, that's what I'm doing right now. That's my full plan. And that should be for any goal that you have in life. You should give it not an option to fail. In your head, there's no option to fail. There's no what if. Why are you thinking what if? Why are you already mentally preparing yourself for failure? It's not an option. If you tell yourself it's not an option, you need it like you need to breathe, and this is what your life depends on, how do you see yourself failing? I'm glad I already started with the Bible. It was a perfect time to start with the Bible right before I called my boss and quit, because he gave me the power, he gave me the reassurance. Even though it's always been there since I started reading the Bible about 4 months ago, and I'll tell you, getting closer to God was the best thing I've ever done in my life. For that, I was constantly second-guessing myself. I felt alone. I didn't have a sense of fulfillment. Well, I did through fitness and myself. But it was so easy to get discouraged, not having faith in a higher power, being able to reassure myself that someone's with me. And it's just the guide to life. And, having that, being able to read the Bible every single day and become closer to God and have unwavering faith has literally gotten, like you see the magic that he's able to work. It's like been a dream. I didn't think it was possible. Let's get to the morning routine. I'm getting ready to go on my mental clarity morning walk. I checked in with all my clients. I sent them empowering messages. I'm going to check their weight in a moment. I got 2 client calls later today, so I'm going to ensure that I have 3 client calls later today to upgrade, their meal plan, the next steps. So I already have 1 exactly planned out what we're going to do. I'm working on 2 others. Bible and gratitude. Bible. For the Lord I am your God, I grasp your right hand, you have nothing to fear. I did my Bible, my powerful verse. Okay, next is the gratitude journal. What this does, the Bible reaffirms me that anything you want is possible if you have faith, and it teaches me the right ways to be a righteous man, to live the life that I should be living. It teaches me how to live properly and how to get ultimate fulfillment out of life. My gratitude journal. I've been writing in here every single day. And today I'm thankful for God, risks, and awareness. Awareness to know that I'm in the situation that I'm in because I got myself here and I was gifted the talent and the capability to do it by God, and the awareness to know that I'm capable of more than being average. What would make today great? What you tell yourself is gonna come to fruition. If you tell yourself you suck and you have doubt deep in your head and you don't even think about it, but you know deep down that you have doubt, even if you don't say you do, you're putting yourself in a position of danger. If you tell yourself there's absolutely no option that you fail, how are you gonna fail? It's not possible. I posted a video 3 days ago on how to get in shape working a 9-to-5 office job, and I just quit my office job. It already has 2,000 views. I'm beyond grateful to give my advice to help others, and obviously it still applies. It doesn't matter how busy you are. Having the right structure in place is what I had to learn, and I just broke it entirely down in that video. Whether I'm in a job, whether I'm living life, whether I'm trying to enjoy time with family, friends, or just figure out how to get in shape the right way, it all applies. It's the same concept. It took me years and years to figure it out, and I broke it all down in that video. So there's a link in the description for that video. I did my gratitude. The first thing on this list was quit job. Client group chat motivation, done. You guys heard me say that. Journal. Let me do my journal real quick. Journal just helps me stay locked in, and it just like helps me keep track of like every day. And I remember maybe a month or two ago, I will quit this job within the next 3 months. If you tell yourself something can happen, it will happen. Holy shit! I just had a client text me 168 today. 2 days ago, he's like, do you think I'll get to 168 by middle of June, July? It's May 21st. We got there in 2 days with the smallest adjustment. I mean, the best feeling, you know, having him feel confident in his physique. He's been telling me like all yesterday, like he's so much more confident in life. It's a really awesome feeling to be able to help someone achieve that. I have a call with my mentor in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go take a 10-minute walk outside very briefly. Be back just in time for our meeting, but you know, it always helps clear up my mind and gets like the vibes going and just makes me overall feel healthier. Yeah, just good to walk around in the morning, like digestion purposes from if I have any food left over from previous night. I still haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Helps me maintain my leanness. Let's do a quick physique check. Yeah. Yep. That's how we're sitting nowadays. Happy with my leanness. Beyond happy with it. I'm gonna go take a walk. Come with me. You wanna come with? Come with. Out here in a nice area of Chicago, a nice area, Gold Coast. It's kind of freezing. It's always freezing here, unless it's like 2 months of summer. But it's late May. Still waiting for the weather to get warm. But it doesn't stop you from taking a walk. You know, walk's essential. Get that sunlight, get that circadian rhythm going. You know, get my steps in. Really seamless way to stay in shape, keep my mental health right, and of course, you know, just have a second to think and reflect, and overall just kind of peaceful, pretty peaceful, definitely. You know, and sun's important. When I was at my office, I wouldn't get any sun. Like, I get there when it's kind of dark, and then I leave when it's getting dark early, especially in the winter, because then I work out there in my office gym. And bro, it's just not a life you want to live, like not seeing the sun. You know, seeing the sun just improves mood. And even though it's cold, you know, you can't let external factors and things you can't control stop what you need to do. It's never going to be the perfect time type thing. Obviously applies to every aspect of life, but there's never a perfect time to do what you got to do, except right now. So that's what I tell myself all the time. And that's what's enabled me, the second I stopped putting things off, waiting for the perfect time to, you know, overall make all progress and take control of my life in every single facet. But yeah, heading back. One sec, just taking a little loop around the block here. All right, I'm back. I'm hopping on a call with my mentor currently. We're gonna go over some YouTube content that I should be making. Hopefully this aligns. Of course it aligns, man. I'm just trying to show you guys my life. What's up, Beast?
Hey, yo!
What's up, Beast?
What's up, G?
What up? Okay, now that I got off the call with him, I have some next steps. I'm gonna make a YouTube video. This is my ideal client avatar. Someone that's, this is the old me, you know, driven, highly motivated at some point, put his all into something and failed. Yeah, that's the old me, and this is like Jason. Could be a guy or girl, no, you know, that doesn't matter, but, and then I got like some new YouTube video ideas, and then we have the next steps for the post-call videos to ensure ultimate clarity about what my system entails. And I just finished up looking over the Bible again, just because, you know, it never hurts. But quickly, I'm gonna have something to eat now. I'm gonna make probably 6 eggs. You know, that sounds really good right now, so I'm gonna make like 6 eggs. Yeah, so right now I'm gonna make some 6 eggs. Now that I'm at home, I have so much time to cook, and it's easier to eat healthier, honestly. Like, it still is possible, but it's just more effort for having to like meal prep everything. But oh, I see. Time for the gym, you know what that means. Rice. Let's go. I can go to the gym whenever I want. That's lit. So it's not gonna be as packed. Right now it's about 2:20. It's still kind of late, but I had a lot of shit to do today, and I still got a lot of shit after. I got 3 client calls later today, so let's make some rice and get going. Now we got the soy sauce for the sodium, of course, so quick digesting carbohydrate. Yeah, it's a lot. And then sodium as well, which is gonna not only, both of these things are gonna pull water into the muscle tissue, providing for a better pump. Overall, better muscle fullness, more energy, full, just like nutrient transport to the muscle tissue, better veins popping, everything. And that's just gonna provide the best, most optimal energy source overall. Rice and soy sauce, you can't beat that as a pre-workout meal. Can't beat it. Just finishing up this video and I'm ready to go after I eat it. 3 client calls in about an hour and a half, so gonna go to the gym just to have a comfortable amount of time there to hit back. Let's go. Destroyed back. Now I got 3 client calls back to back to back. Getting them all right with their diet, all of them.
You can leave that one open, so sorry, it's gonna be chaotic.
No, it's okay. Sorry that it took so long to get on. My computer would not power on.
That's okay.
That is crazy. Okay. Well, how are you feeling? How is everything? Pound of ground beef, 95.5. Onion time. All right, now I'm heating this up. I got my beef bowl. Lettuce, G-Huge, sugar-free fucking barbecue sauce. You want some more flavor? You don't want the added calories? Welcome to G-fucking-Hughes. Excuse my language, but that shit is damn good. I think you know where we're going with this. I think you know where we're headed. I think you know where we're motherfucking headed. Yes, sir. Get that beef in there. That's actually so insanely good. I'm not even kidding. I just got done grinding videos for so long. Pre-call assets. 3 client calls, took a shower. But then I realized, how do I go to bed without a yogurt bowl? And then I looked in my fridge, no yogurt. So it's time to go to the grocery store because it closes at midnight. It's only 11:15. So I see all this shit. My mind is trained to just say no. At this point, I don't really crave it. Like, I don't. It's true. I crave what makes me feel good. If I go and eat some shit bullshit, I'm so used to eating things that are good for me that I'll feel like shit. Because I know, because I ate like shit after my bodybuilding show. Now, I'm looking for, the first step of my yogurt bowl is one of these in the bigger tub ideally, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, so. I'll come back tomorrow, see if they have the, because I don't like the plain ones. But Oikos is needed. Step 2, and I have blueberries at home, so I only have one more step in this process. Here we are, step 2. Raspberry dark chocolate. And then I'll put some blueberries in there. But I'm having the urge to have a little side quest. If they have caramel rice cakes here, it's actually over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. These are unreal. They are unreal. Alright, it's about time I wrap up the vlog. It's been a monumental day for me. I mean, it was one of my best days of my life, honestly. it just feels awesome, you know, having freedom and doing what you want to do. You know, I've worked longer and harder than I did at the other job, but I love what I'm doing. So that's what makes it all worth it and so enjoyable, and being my own boss. But yeah, definitely a turning point, you know, the beginning of an era. And I'm excited to see what's coming next. But again, I couldn't have done any of it without breaking my comfort zone, even though I was scared, even though it's scary to jump in head first. I just knew if I didn't, I would remain where I didn't want to be forever. All right, so sometimes you got to make the jump. I mean, you do have to make the jump if you want to break your comfort zone, and not if you want to break your comfort zone. You need to break your comfort zone to get where you want to be, okay? I'm just tired, but good night. I hope you got something out of this video. Maybe found it entertaining or something, but till next time.